All right. Well, today we are joined by Coach Cheryl Thacker. She is CEO of Successful Coaches Enterprises. Together, we're going to discuss Cheryl's passion for coaching and how she's helped countless coaches, consultants, and service providers kickstart and expand their businesses through her Coaching Biz Academy. I'm super excited to have Cheryl with us. I've known Cheryl for a few years now, and we have the pleasure of working together, networking. I've learned a lot from Cheryl myself. She's a seasoned coach and mentor with over 25 years experience, and she helps coaches and consultants build thriving businesses, attain ICF credentials, and enhance their coaching skills. Cheryl's on a mission to empower others to succeed in life and business. So welcome, Cheryl, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so glad that you're doing this. And yeah.
Awesome. Good. Well, thank you. I know we had a few technical difficulties. So here we are on Facebook. So thank goodness for all the options for us all, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy. So, all right, well, let's get started. I want to hear, and I would love for you to share with us what got you started in coaching.
Well, I was in the corporate world for 25 years and a little bit over 25 years. And it got to the point where I was working an insane number of hours, 50, 60 hours a week, and I was raising 3 kids, and it was just impossible to do and to keep up with. And I had to bring work home even at night, and I was barely getting to see the kids, and it would be a rush when I got home to do homework, dinner, bath, and sometimes they weren't eating dinner until 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and it was a mess. And so it was starting to affect my health as well. Mm-hmm. And so I said, well, this has got to change. Right. And I went, I always did some, side things just for fun when I had time. But when I made that decision, I was like starting to do some other side gigs just to see what I liked and what I didn't like. And so I was doing, entrepreneurial things on the side. And at one point I ran across an ad for a coaching school, and I had just had a client tell me that I would be a great coach. And so I said, well, let me check out this coaching thing. And that's what I did. I interviewed 3 schools and chose World Coach Institute, and took my courses, took more courses. I wanted to be very good at it. So I got several certifications and a master coach certification, and started my business, and haven't looked back.
Yeah. How long has that been now?
It is 14 years.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's been a long journey. And I've made some, changes along the way. I started actually as a recovery coach because I was working for a nonprofit that was for addiction recovery. And so I said, well, let me get, my certification and then specialize in that. And then I can help the nonprofit some more. And that nonprofit actually became mine. I actually run that now.
Really?
Yeah. So I did that for the first couple of years. And then the school that I went to for coaching, they actually asked me to become an instructor. And so I was like, okay. So I was doing some, teaching some classes. Then they asked me to become the training director. And so I was like, all right. So I was doing the training director, and it's kind of like a side thing, right? Just doing some teaching in the training director position. And that's when I realized who I really wanted to help, which was other coaches. Because what I saw was that a lot of people come through coaching school, get their certifications, and then they come back 2 or 3 years later, and they're like, I don't have a business. I don't know what to do. I haven't been able to get my business going, or I don't know anything about business, or what have you. And there was just so many so many in that position, that I knew I could help them start their business because I started my business. And I knew the, kind of the pitfalls as well, just from being, an instructor and seeing all the coaches going through, or the training director and seeing all the coaches going through the school. So, so that's when I switched and said, okay, I want to be a coach for coaches. I want to help them to skill wise, but and get their ICF credentials, but also to start businesses. And so that's when I started that.
Yeah. What would you say is like the number one thing someone should do when they're first getting started?
So what I do now, whenever I teach a class or whenever I come across any kind of a student or anybody looking to start coaching, the first thing I say is to get visible. Because in our online world today, if you're not visible, it's going to be really difficult. Now, there are, there's a caveat to that. If you're an executive coach, it's a little bit different. Or you're a small business coach that's not online, you can do those offline pretty easily just by networking, with all your contacts that you've had in those areas.
Yeah.
But mostly everybody else, and the business coaches that are online business coaches, need to, you need to get visible online as well as in person. But having a profile that's optimized, having a business page, Facebook business page, LinkedIn business page, joining Facebook groups, joining LinkedIn groups, and just start networking online. I think that's so important, and showing people who you are, what you stand for, and who you want to help. I think you need to do that from day one. Like if you're starting coaching school today, get online today. Like do it as soon as you can and start building up relationships, because, anybody that you can connect with is either, a potential collaborator or friend, somebody that go through things like you and I became friends.
Yeah.
But they can also, be potential clients. And you grow your network and you get community, because online business can be lonesome sometimes. So you need a community as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And even, one of the things I find too is people get really scared about putting themselves out there, right? Like, how do I put myself out there? What do I say? I don't want to sound stupid, or, like we all get a little nervous about, putting ourselves out there. But I always am saying, just do it just put out there what you can, and it will evolve and it will grow. But to not do anything means nobody can find you, and nobody knows that you're there to help them and could help them.
Yeah.
Right.
And they won't see you. They won't know you, and definitely won't be heard, because there's so many people out there. You won't be heard above the right. Like people aren't, like you said, they won't know how to find you. And yeah, they do get nervous about going like live. I mean, I was nervous the first, 6, 7 times. I mean, it took a while, right?
Yeah.
But after a while, you get used to it. It's pretty, it's just one of those things you kind of got to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 jump and just do it, and you'll get used to it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because we're not perfect. People like to see that we're relatable, that we do make mistakes, or that we do, that we're not perfect people. So even letting people know who you really are is important too. It's not just putting up this facade, but really telling them who you are, why you do what you do. People want to see that, and they want to connect with you that way.
Yeah, for sure. And really, there are so many people out there that there's someone for everyone. And, right? Yeah. And so by putting ourselves out there is just really allowing others to find us, and for us to find, who we're meant to be with in this journey. And I liked how you talked about the community being a really big part of that too. Because you and I have become friends. We started off, we got to know each other through another mutual connection, and then we've just become and then we worked together for a while, and then we've become friends, and just our relationship has evolved. And yes, we don't get to hug each other in person. One day we will. But we have like a real relationship where when we get to spend time together, it's like it's like we've been talking this whole time. And that's just really amazing, the community that can be built through just the collaborations and conversations and just showing up. And sometimes it's showing up on social media. Sometimes it's getting on a Zoom call to connect. What other ways do you recommend people build a community?
Yeah. So I do recommend that you join groups and become, that are aligned with you, but also aligned with your ideal clients. Because that's where you can build up relationships and community as well. I also do recommend that you join at least, one in-person type of networking group, because that gives you that in-person, once a month or twice a month interaction with people. And you can, and even though, those organizations might be around getting in-person referrals or what have you, you can always take some of that online, right? It kind of can flow back up to you online.
Yeah.
But yeah, building those or joining those Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups, joining pods. They have like different pods out there. Joining online networking groups like Meetup and BNI has an online one. Like all of them have an online option now, usually as well. So yeah. That's what I recommend, that you just look at building up community in a way that's aligned with you and that you feel good about.
Yeah. Good. That's good to know. You always, wonder, where can I find my people? You just got to keep looking though. You don't have to stop. If you don't find them.
It might take you a little bit, right?
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Amazing. So tell us, why are you passionate about helping coaches in all areas of their coaching journey?
Yeah, because like I said, I feel like it can be lonely, first of all, and also because there's a lot of confusion as to what to do, to either build a business or, or whatever, like to network. Like if you don't know where to go to network, or if you don't know who you want to help, or, because sometimes we get into this because we want to help people, but we're not sure who it is, that we want to help or how we can help them. And so, we're just kind of stuck there saying, okay, I really want to do something here. I want to make a difference. I want to make an impact, but I don't know how to get started with that. I don't know how to do that. And so I like to help people figure that out. Like, who is it that you want to help? How are you going to help them? Let's figure it out. Let's work together. Let me help you to do that. And, a lot of people talk about niche. It doesn't have to be a niche, but, just an area where you want to focus. And where it's going to light you up, and what's going to bring your passion to the table to help others, because that's what we do as coaches and service providers. We help others with what they need, right? And so it's important for us to understand how we can do that and what's going to light us up in order to do that. So that makes me feel good to help other people do that.
Yeah. Well, and that's a great segue into how you can help them. I know you have a lot of opportunities to even help with getting accredited. You have your business academy, you have a marketing team. So tell us about you and how you can really help these coaches and get started and moving and actually, what is it, like a coach that's just starting, a coach that's been in business for 3 years? Like, what is that? Tell us more.
Yeah. So I typically help coaches that are, just getting started, and service providers as well, but just getting started up to about 3 or 4 years, or anybody that's, you might have gotten certified and went and still worked your job and never did anything with your coaching. So it's not really about when you got certified. It's about when you start your business.
Yeah.
So that is the area that I work with the most, is new up to about 3 or 4 years, where you, or I should say, or also if you are trying to go from part-time to full-time. So if you have a side gig of coaching and you want to transition over to full-time and leave your full-time job. So that's where I focus in the most. And I do that. I work with people in different ways. I have, my umbrella company, which is Successful Coaches. And that's where we do, skill development to get accreditation, get your credential through the ICF. Also do help you with continuing education credits, that type of thing for the coach that's looking to expand on the education side, right?
Yeah.
And so we can help with a lot of different ways there. And then through the Coaching Biz Academy, that's where I'm able to help on the business side. And I have different ways there. I have a group program called the Coaching Biz Accelerator, which is a 6-month program. You come in, we teach you all the basics. We get you set up. We help you do everything to get set up and launch. And at the end of the 6 months, you're ready to go out there and get clients and grow your business. We also have a membership, which is a low-cost entry-level membership. It's just $27 a month. It's called the Coaches Launch Lab. And this is where we have, you have videos, you have all the resources, workbooks, planners, whatever you need to go with those trainings. And I'm giving those trainings in the video, and you also get time with me every month. So we have 2 live calls and then a mindset call. So 2 like Q&A teaching calls, and then a mindset call as well. So that I launched that in January, I think. And I really like that as an entry level. And then you can move up from there. Once you've kind of gotten those are like the basics to get in place. It's the 9-step roadmap, tells you how to go from just starting out to being able to figure out who you're going to work with and how you're going to work with them, and some stuff in between. And so that's the basics. And then we have a higher level membership as well for those that are a little bit beyond those first 6-month steps. And we help them to scale, to do things kind of a little bit different, more expanded as far as marketing and getting known. But that first one is like, creating your packages, pricing them, figuring out who you want to help, how you're going to help them, simple marketing plans, getting noticed and getting out there. So that's the basic ways that we help.
Yeah. Amazing. Wonderful. Well, we would definitely, if someone's wanting to get connected to you, what's the best way to connect with you or reach out to you?
So Facebook, you can just message me at Cheryl Thacker, or my business page is Coach Cheryl Thacker. Mostly everywhere you can find me with Coach Cheryl Thacker. I'm on, Instagram that way. I'm on LinkedIn that way. So you can message me. You can also, of course, go to the website, successfulcoaches.com. And there's a little chat thing there. You can chat with us, or you can send us an email as well at info@successfulcoaches.com.
Awesome. Yes. So there's lots of options.
Yes. Lots of ways to get a hold of us.
Yes. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Cheryl, for being here. I just always appreciate getting some time with you, and thanks for sharing about how you can help and what you're up to. So if you're a coach and you're ready to create the coaching business of your dreams, you can do that with Cheryl. She definitely can do this and share with you all the things without the stress and the overwhelm and the overwork of trying to get a business up and going. So if it's inspired you today, please reach out to Cheryl or connect with her. We'll have the links in the comments and in the post. And so again, thank you, Cheryl, for being here with us. And
thank you so much, Tiffany, for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you. And we'll be back with another episode where we learn from extraordinary individuals who paved their way to success. So thanks again and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.